Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Kyle Williamson. I am a second degree black belt and in charge of the newly branded ACE Academy of Martial Arts. And today I want to discuss what we're going to go over in this YouTube series and in my school. Today, just the basics. I will have free content for everyone. I will have some paid content for those who want to learn ahead. And I will have two levels of free or of paid content. One for just people who want to learn ahead, and second one for people who want to learn advanced techniques in both self-defense and taekwondo. Self-defense can be simple self-defense. It could be some krav maga, which I will also go over. Some of the other techniques I will go over is simple as tying belts, whether they're double wrap belts or single wrap belts. Black belts will be double wrap belts. If you want to join to be a student, that will be a paid fee separately. Self-defense is free. If you want to become a paid taekwondo student to earn rank, to earn belts, there will be a fee for that. We'll discuss in upcoming videos where you will do one-steps, forms. We will work on different techniques you will need, and you will get uniforms at a certain belt level. You will get belts. Each testing will be every 2 months. Don't worry, if you don't want to be paid student to learn taekwondo, you don't have to. You just won't be able to access some of the paid content, and you will not receive uniforms and belts. Learning and gaining a belt not only gains respect, for self-respect, confidence, it gains respect among your peers, and that rank can be accepted at any other, or I can't say any other because I don't know how they run their systems, many other taekwondo schools and even other martial arts. If you go from, say, taekwondo to jiu-jitsu or to karate, you may not say you're like my rank, a second degree black belt. You may not attain a second degree black belt right off the bat at those. Obviously not. Those are different martial arts and different techniques. However, you might start out, instead of a white belt, you might begin at a green belt. And the way the belts go, it varies between schools, but it goes white, yellow, orange, or orange-yellow, either way. Then camouflage, green, purple, blue, brown, red. Some schools have red, black, and that's the testing phase. The next belt is black. Some schools skip and do not have the camouflage belt, and some don't have the red, black belt. However, with the system I am going with, it would be white is where you begin, orange, yellow, camouflage, green, purple, blue, brown, red, black, then black. Then after that, you can test to become a second degree black belt if you obtain that. Each testing, as I said, will be every 2 months from the time each class level starts. Say today is February 25th. Say our first class does not begin until April 1st. Okay, very good. Then the first testing will be probably third week in June. So that way you have a little over 2 months to learn. But once you become a black belt, then that will take you, there are multiple forms and techniques. With, say, each form gets harder, but if you get black belt, it will take you, you'll have to be a first degree black belt at least a year before you can get to second degree, and second degree 2 years, and so forth. I am currently going through other testing myself to gain a higher rank. I am close to third degree. However, with first degree, your form is about 18 to 20 moves, and they increase as you go along. Second, your orange belt is maybe 23, 24. I do not know off the top of my head the exact number, and they increase. However, once you get to red black belt, that is a special belt. Red black belt is a special belt, but red belt, you're probably looking at 60 moves. Red black belt, however, is unique in the fact that you have to, for testing, you have to show off two forms. So you not only have to show off the new form you learned for red black belt, but you also have to show off the form you done for red belt. Therefore, I suggest once you start, practice every form, because you will need the techniques and you will need the memory. The more you memorize one form, the easier it will be to memorize another form. And you will get frustrated with yourself if you're just a beginner. That's natural. However, if you are dedicated and follow through, you will succeed. Not only in gaining confidence, but in other areas of your life. And anyone can join Taekwondo from age 4, and the oldest I've taught is mid-80s, I'd say. So there's no real age discrimination. And how we'll test is, we'll talk about that more as we go, but how we'll test is just online. You'll show off your form. It might be a live video with several people on a Zoom class. It might be one-on-one. If you want to do one-on-one, that's fine. Then again, I might have you just take a video of you doing your form, or somebody else videotape you and send that to me. It's simple as that. And if you want private lessons, if you feel you're struggling and it's close to testing time, that's fine. Private lessons will be a little extra charge, and they can go, even if you're not a paid Taekwondo person and you want a private lesson, that's fine. It'll still be that extra cost. And a private lesson is half hour to 45 minutes for $25. So it's not a lot. It's not going to break the bank. And monthly fees, we'll talk about that as we go along, and it's not going to break your bank either. I know there's a lot of Taekwondo schools, a lot of martial arts schools that charge $150 a month. That is, I get it, they're in business to make a ton of money, and they have, they do their thing. I won't charge nearly under $50. Don't worry about that. But I found, if you want to do just a free thing, don't test for Taekwondo, don't try to get belts or uniforms or anything like that. That's all well and good. However, I have found if you just do something for free, you will easily quit. Because it's easy to quit. You're risking nothing. And I don't want you to risk a lot. Hey, if you pay just a little bit of money, you're more apt to stay with it because of two things. You can do it, because otherwise you wouldn't have paid for it, or your parents, if you're a child, wouldn't have paid for it. And two, you want the self-respect. You want the respect of your peers. You're gaining confidence. So, in my estimation, I encourage you to pay for taekwondo lessons. It's not a lot. I mean, there will be a monthly fee, yes. And it's not a large fee. We'll get to that in the next video. And the only other fee there will be if you want to buy iron-on patches like I have here. You know, that's a real nominal fee. Nothing big there. The uniform, there will be a fee for that because I have to order. Simple as that. They're usually around $40. I will need your size for that. You'll have to let me know your sizes. And your belts. The belt, real nominal fee. I mean, probably $5, $5-10, depending on what belt it is. Different belt colors are different prices. And there also, when we get to weapons, I can order you some weapons, but we won't get to weapons right away. With weapons, there is, and I'll showcase them later, there is a bangmani, there's nunchucks, which are the most popular, I guess, weapon in martial arts. There's a long staff. There's a sword, not a real sword. We can get to the real sword. We're not going to right away. It's just a hard plastic sword. There is also kamas, and then there's kali sticks. And kali sticks and kamas are way down the road. So we won't start out with those. And I can tell you, if you want to buy them yourself, you can. If you want to order them through me, we can do that. This is just an introductory video. I will also, as I said, share videos on how to tie a belt, how to stand, different stances, different blocks, everything. Everything will be covered in this course. The next video we will talk about the pricing of the courses and a more detailed outline of what is covered, both in the taekwondo and in the self-defense. Krav maga, there will be a little bit in both, more in the self-defense than the taekwondo, but we will also cover that. We will also cover stretching you need to do. Well, you don't need to, but it's very helpful, especially when you do classes. But I encourage you to do it every day. And I encourage you to do a few other things. Nothing strenuous. You don't need special equipment for any of this. Like I said, simple stretching and a few exercises. Nothing you need equipment for. All you're going to need for the exercises is a floor, if they're on the floor, or if you don't have great balance, up against the wall. You can hold the wall with one hand, whichever. And the same thing, if you don't think you can do kicks, such as like this, you don't believe you can do that, okay, without holding onto a wall. I have a chair right here, okay. If you can't do the kicks without holding on to something, just hold on to the chair. And I encourage you, if you don't have great balance, hold on to the chair first, and you can go from this to this. And if you have semi-good balance, a matter of days. If you don't have great balance, maybe a couple weeks. There's no rush. But we will discuss that in the future, in the next video. And then I will discuss pricing, exercises, stretches, and an outline of what we will go over in taekwondo and in self-defense. And I will also, to everyone who wants to join, I will send out documents to say what the form is, what the 1 steps are, the moves involved, the moves we will learn, and a checklist for you to send back to me of how many times you practice each move. For now, though, thank you. and good night.